All right. Recording?
Recording? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I feel like probably a slight improvement from last time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it definitely helps when we do them closer together and don't have huge gaps.
Well, hopefully we should be back on some form of closeness now.
Yeah, I think we do have another large gap at some point, but not next episode.
Right. Oh yeah, next episode. So yeah, episode 19. It is March.
Yes, that it is.
But yeah. So, we're very narcissistic, so we decided to make the months that so happen to be our birthdays the theme for that month.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Wobbles.
Yeah, happy birthday, Scar. Yep.
That's
But
how that works.
I guess it's both at this point belated and preemptive.
Yes.
But anyhow, yes. So this month is all about Scar.
Yes. Today is Ska Day.
Ska
I guess in that it's my equivalent of Wobbles Day.
Yes.
But
What are the Scar Day traditions?
well, I don't know if we should call it Ska Day because I found out there actually is a Ska Day, and it's September 13th.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I've sent a link here. I've got a link in the show notes.
Sure. Let's have a look. See. Frick heck.
This is a newspaper from the 60s declaring National Ska Day.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it says National Ska Day, and I'm pretty sure this is a newspaper in Jamaica, but yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, I think from the 60s. I like how two episodes in a row we've related a day to a newspaper.
What was? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what was last episode? It's only like last week.
Right.
Just already out of my head.
Yeah. This might be our shortest gap between episodes, I think. Oh no. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it is shorter than Christmas to New Year's,
Mm.
which probably would have been our previous record.
Yeah. It is just quite funny how we've the way we've turned out that we have a It would make sense that like there would be a Ska Day because there's days for everything now.
Mm-hmm.
But there wouldn't exactly be a day for sound made when object oscillates.
Yeah. Or if
maybe there are
if there was, it probably wouldn't be spelled that way.
No, it would be WOBBLES.
Yeah.
But you know.
Just means you have a more original name.
Yes, probably. Though to be fair, my name is a shortened version of, I think even a shortened version of my username.
Right. Yeah, of course.
So mine is quite a specific thing. So yeah, but it is quite funny how we've accidentally made a just quite a funny coincidence.
We've remade a holiday and it has nothing to do with the original.
Right. And of course we've got to do it for the September episode because we're, keeping a tight, very consistent schedule here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yes. Okay. So my birthday is in March. And I feel like I haven't thought about this too much, but I feel like that might have something to do with my association with the color green.
Yeah.
Because I feel like generally the only big holiday celebrated in March that I can think of at least is St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
So you always see like decorations and stuff for that around the same time that it's my birthday. So maybe.
Maybe, just maybe. But yeah. What else is during March?
Well, if you want to go to this other link I've got there.
Yeah, sure. We can have I remember when we were actually planning this season, we did actually look through a lot of these.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, that's wow. So a few of the note that it's Justin Bieber's birthday
Wait, what day?
today, or well, as of March 1st.
Yeah, don't break the illusion
So-
here. It's March 6th right
yeah,
now.
of course. It's March 6th. Or wow, you have to share competition with National Oreo Cookie Day, National Frozen Food Day, National Dress Day, National Dentist's Day, National Day of Unplugging.
Yes, it's great. We have a podcast come out on National Day of Unplugging.
I mean, you are my dentist, so that does make sense.
Right.
Yeah.
I've forgotten the lore on that, but I'll take your word for it.
Oh. No, it just asked me to sign in with an account.
That'll be $300.
Just punch me in the face. National Canine Veterans Day. Oh, of course, March 14th. They're only in the US. But we'll still accept it because we don't have a 14th month. The Ides of March. What?
The Ides of March?
Ides?
Yeah, I think that's when Caesar got stabbed.
Et tu Brutus. Huh. Red Nose Day. That's pretty, yeah. I love how it's under activities, civic, funny, British.
British.
But yes, Red Nose Day is a charity event that happens every year where they get comedians to do stuff. And then Sports Relief which is related to Red Nose Day, where they get comedians to do sport. It's just a fundraiser done by, yes. But yeah, the BBC do lots of stuff on it.
Mm-hmm. So it's probably more of like a British thing. That's why it's listed
Yeah,
there.
because it's definitely under a British tag instead of whatever. St. Patrick's Day, ethic, festivities, historical, liquor.
That is correctly labeled.
Yes.
International Day of Happiness.
Yeah, just like a day honouring the patron saint of a country. It's just like an excuse to drink very heavily.
Yeah.
March 19th, National Let's Laugh Day. What I find is quite funny is that, well, first it's under the thing of fun, but also the other tag it's under is brand. So is this like an advertisement ploy, or?
Yeah, because didn't Oreo Day have brand?
Yeah. National Poultry Day. If you don't celebrate that, you're a chicken. Yeah, International Day of Happiness, March 20th.
I wonder if there's a International Day of Sadness to balance it out.
There's National Kick Butts Day. Education, health.
Wait, what?
March 20th, National Kick Butts Day. It's educational health.
Oh, it's probably talking about smoking.
Okay.
That took me a second.
I was like, what does that? But yeah, that does make sense. National Proposal Day as well, and National Ravioli Day. So you have a really nice. No.
Almost none of these matter. It's not March 20th.
I know, but you know, we could have had a ravioli themed episode.
I suppose.
National Proposal Day. We just suggest ideas to each other.
National Goof Off Day.
International Day of Forest. Must do lots of running. Oh, World Poetry Day and World Down Syndrome Day.
March 24th is National Cheesesteak Day, and every time I see that, I read it as cheesecake, and then I'm disappointed that it's not.
Yeah. What even is cheesesteak? Is it just steak and cheese sandwich?
I guess?
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
World Tuberculosis Day. Was that like awareness, or... The next day is International Waffle Day, which is quite interesting. National Spinach Day.
Hang on. Quentin Tarantino's birthday and Lady Gaga's birthday.
They're a day apart.
Yeah, but why did this list decide
Whether they were the important ones.
suddenly it's gonna do birthdays? Like,
also, Respect Your Cat Day. Don't you...
you should respect your cat every day.
only today. National Mum and Pop Business Owners Day. What?
It's like a small business or whatever.
Right. National Doctors Day and World Backup Day. Special interests. I suppose that is quite a niche interest. I love backing things up. Like, originally I went for a very safe career in law, but I also, I looked into safety mats, so I'd always have something to fall back on.
I think it's weird
But
that
yeah,
they have birthdays listed on this.
Also, then underneath the main list, they just have like the slightly. Oh, okay, because it's the whole of the thing,
Yeah, that's like the whole. This is National Caffeine Awareness Month.
or multiple sclerosis awareness.
Yes.
National Celery Month. That I can root for.
But
National.
like,
Huh.
at what level does a celebrity have to be to where their birthday is recognized as a holiday for this website?
I don't know.
Like, if you're gonna do just random historical or celebrity birthdays, like, you could make a whole list just out of that.
But like only two. Like there's like loads of celebrities born in March.
Yeah.
Though March 15th to 21st is Poison Prevention Week. There's a story behind that one. Yeah.
Probably.
What happened on March the 15th to the 21st? Anyhow. But yeah, there's many things we could have made today. Oh, this episode. But though, what was that other website? Yeah, when we were planning this, we had that ginormous. It was like that website that had like 100 holidays, just like every minor event that has happened.
Doesn't matter.
And it was like.
Doesn't matter. It's my day.
But yeah, of course. It's
Happy
March
birthday
6th,
to me.
It's Scar Day. Happy birthday. Yeah.
It's also, as we talked about last episode, it's also my zodiac sign, Chinese zodiac sign, which is actually fairly rare in that it would only be once every 12 years. Let's see, I feel like I had some other follow-up from last episode. Leap day. So I was listening to last episode, and I was thinking about how we joked about, like, well, if we did a podcast once every 4 years, we would have plenty of time to do it, you know?
Yeah, we talked about, we'd have more than enough time.
Right. It got me thinking, like, if there are some minters out there that would really like to work on some creative projects or have some idea for something, you know, whether it's you want to write a book or you want to make a video game or make a movie, I think we should, from now on, we should try and use leap days as a day to like showcase what you've accomplished.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I don't know, you could easily, I think, starting now, you've got a full 4 years ahead of you. I think you could get a lot of work done on whatever project you're interested in working on.
Right, yeah.
And, just set the goal of, like, I want to be able to send this in next leap day or whatever.
Right. Then, yeah.
Yeah. So, if this podcast makes it another 4 years and people have creative projects to show off, I feel like we should collect, maybe earlier in February, collect some links and talk about them then.
Yeah. That'd be quite cool, actually, yeah.
But yeah, that's just what I was thinking about. Like, if you say you want to write a book but you haven't started on it yet, start on it now. You've got 4 years. Really polish it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, depends how long of a book you're writing.
Right.
But yeah.
But you could make significant progress, or possibly like come up with a whole series, depending on if they're short books.
Or maybe even like writing and producing like a short film as well. That could be doable in 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we could like do a showcase of creative efforts over 4 years. But we'll see. Be interesting to see what what will come from that.
Yeah. I'll have to remember to remind people maybe in 2 years.
Yes,
halfway point.
Yeah, definitely. And they'll also, like, if you get a pickup in listeners, well, yeah. Though, bad luck if you're like a first listener and it's a first time listener on that 2 year mark.
Yeah, we're gonna get people just show up and be like, oh, I only get a week, but I'll try.
Yes. Uh-oh. But yeah. So yeah, as always, we talk a lot about about dreams, and I've been thinking about sleep and that type of thing, and it's only happened to me a couple times, but it's like I've woken up and I've like completely moved. So I think I talked about last episode like how I ate something in the dream, and then I woke up and my mouth kind of felt like I had just eaten something.
Huh. So, wait, you've completely moved.
So yeah, I fell asleep one night, and then I woke up, and then I was like completely like lying on the other side of my bed.
Oh, okay.
And I have no memory of moving.
Just like you rolled over? Or like...
Not so, like I was sleeping, like with my head on my pillow, and on my feet on the edge of my bed. And when I woke up with my feet on my pillow.
Yes.
So yeah, I literally
Okay.
woke up on the wrong side of the bed that morning.
This is surprisingly relevant to Skade here, because I do this all the time.
Yeah, I don't do it that much, but I would just like to see like if there was video footage of just like how that could possibly happen.
Well, it is interesting you don't remember it at all. I feel like most of the time I do remember it, but I'm just like, oh, I'm not comfortable, and then I just will flip over so that my head will be at the foot of the bed, and I'll be like, ah, that's
like,
better.
Yeah, I have if I struggle to sleep, I sleep upside down on the bed, and that normally gets me. But like, I had just completely moved in my sleep.
Yeah, you're cutting the conscious thought out of that operation.
Yeah,
your body was just like, well, I'm uncomfortable. And...
It's not even reaching my central nervous system. It's just going through the reflex arc.
Right.
And just moving without any conscious thought.
Yeah.
Like, it happens normally, like, I'll kick stuff off my bed in my sleep. So, like, I'll wake up and, like, my blanket will be on the floor. Because I've just thrown it off myself in my sleep. I used to, like I haven't for a while, but I did used to sleepwalk quite a bit.
See, that's what I thought you were gonna say when you said like moving entirely.
Right, yeah. I don't think I've sleptwalked for a while. Maybe I shut my bedroom door, but I used to keep it open. And I think one time I just got up and then just walked into the bathroom and just kind of sat in the bathtub for a bit. And then my parents kind of just like guided me back to my bed and then put me back in.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever sleptwalked, unless you would count getting up to turn my alarm off and then going back to sleep, but...
Yeah.
Even that, I feel like I remember most of the time doing that, and like the times I don't really remember it, it's probably just like what you're talking about with rolling over.
Yeah.
Or like flipping over, I guess.
What I used to do is I would put my phone on the other side of my room. So when the alarm went off, I would have to physically get up and go to turn it off.
Right.
I don't do that now because I'm slightly better disciplined at getting up, but still, it was... I still like feel like I wasn't... Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting when, like, yeah. Or you have that weird thing where you just feel like you're falling. So you're just lying down, and then it feels like you're falling over, so you try to catch yourself, but then you're like, hang on.
And it usually wakes you up.
Yeah. I think it's just to do with your nervous system, like calming down slightly. And then it's like, wait, hang on, what's going on? And then it suddenly freaks out because it doesn't know where it is, and then it's been really annoying because I'll be like drifting off to sleep, and then I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and then you just like kick as a reflex, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, or like I'll move if I'm sleeping by my side, I'll then move my arms out to like catch myself. But yeah, it's weird. Or like another really bad, like the worst thing that's ever happened, is that I was rolling over in my sleep, and then my leg cramped up. So I just like had to sit there for like a couple minutes and just wait for it to stop before I could go back to sleep again. But I'm like, oh man. But yeah, it's weird. Or like, yeah, I think I might have mentioned on the pod, like I'll wake up in just this like in a nightmare, I'll just be like, "Nah, I've had enough," and just force myself awake.
Mm-hmm.
I think because sometimes I wake up randomly most mornings and I have no idea why, but I wonder if that has just happened, and I've just not been aware of it.
I mean, it's probably just that you're on a good schedule and you've trained yourself like, this is when you wake up.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I have done that, but sometimes I wake up ridiculously early.
Mm.
Though, so like I'm like just to my phone, like, did you wake up randomly around like 5 a.m.? I'm like, no. Yeah, okay. It just must have been my body because I wake up and I'm like alert and like super ready to get up. And
Yeah,
go.
yeah. I will do that on occasion, but not very often.
Yeah, it doesn't happen to me often, but cause sometimes it's happened, and it's normally been like a storm and like a big gust of wind came through, and it was like, oh yeah, I woke up at that time,
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. Or I've been woken up by my dog barking a couple times, like in the middle of the night. I think, like something like made a noise, so he barked at it. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep is quite interesting. How it like, yeah.
I kind of like that theory that like maybe you're having like a nightmare and then you're forcing yourself awake and then you don't remember it. But I don't know, because I feel like you would remember that.
Yeah, I feel like because all the dreams I've forced myself awake, I remember.
Yeah.
Though a particularly quite traumatizing dream is when I tried to wake myself up, but I just couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, no, I can get out if I try hard enough, but I just couldn't. But like now I can just like, yeah. Because I just remember I had a dream where like I had locked this like creature in a room, and like the door was really tight, and then it like kicked open the door and was like, haha, you're like pathetic. And then I just like was like, well, all right, I've had enough of this now. Bye bye.
Have you had one where you try and wake up and then it seems like it worked, but then you realize you're still just in a different dream?
I have I ever had? I think I've yeah. I think it's also I've had dreams within dreams, but like I've had dreams like everything can change in a dream and like you don't really notice.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've had a dream where I was being chased and then I just get like completely changed to the situation. Like, oh, okay. And then like, oh wait, hang on, I'm being chased. Like I had one dream. Oh, actually, I've had a really bizarre dream where I was like trapped in this small town with like a couple of my friends and family. But the weird thing is that I was like, oh yeah, I've had this dream before. I vividly remember having this dream before. And then I was like, oh yeah. And then I thought about it when I woke up. I was like, wait, I've never had. That's the first time I've ever had that dream. Why did I ever think that?
Mm.
It's sometimes it's like when you find out a memory you've had is completely fabricated. That's like really scary. Actually, you're like, oh yeah, wait.
Yeah, it was like sort of a deja vu dream.
Yeah, but
when you were in the dream, you were convinced that like you actually had.
Because it was like a bit like a movie. I was like, oh yeah, this is like the sequel. But yeah.
And then you woke up and you were like, the sequel to what?
Yeah. Because then I thought, wait, so then in my dream, did I... Because then I physically remember having the other dream. So like, wait, so while I was asleep, I made up... I think I must have had like a dream within a dream at that point then.
Or you had a dream and you just made up a backstory for the dream.
I think so, because I remember thinking about that dream a lot. I was like, wait, did I just dream about thinking about that dream a lot so that dream made sense? So yeah, it's bizarre. Of course, we've been talking about national holidays and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
over here, just before the leap day, we had Shrove Tuesday, also known as Pancake Day.
Yeah. Is it the 28th? Is that when it is?
No, Pancake Day was...
Oh, it's Shrove Tuesday, so it's on the
Shrove
Tuesday.
So Tuesday...
Is it the last Tuesday in February? Is that how it works?
I think so, because then it's 40 days. So then the reason Shrove Tuesday exists is because Ash Wednesday begins, which is the beginning of Lent, which is where you give up something for 40 days. Because, like it's similar to when Jesus went to the desert for 40 days and stuff. I think it's mainly a Western tradition, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So what would happen is that Shrove Tuesday, you would make pancakes because you use up all of like your lard, fat, and sugar, which is the things people would normally like because people would normally give up like sugar or chocolate, so you would make pancakes because you use up the most like, yeah, it's just the most common things people would give up, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it just so happens that pancakes are the combination of like things people give up, or they're just convenient to have.
Right. But is this like American pancakes or?
So British pancakes like crepes.
Right.
Yeah, they don't have bicarbonate soda in, and they have milk in. Whereas American pancakes don't have milk and have bicarbonate soda. So yeah, Lent is like a 40-day period where you give up something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard people doing that. I don't think I've ever done it myself.
Have I ever?
I'm not sure what I would give up, really.
I do know people who are giving up stuff. I as a joke, I say I've given up Lent for Lent. And just let people figure that one out by themselves. And yeah, because it's just the build up to Easter and stuff. There's just all these small things.
Oh,
because
a minor piece of follow-up that I've forgotten about.
Oh yeah, sure.
I said that maybe I would buy a lottery ticket on Leap Day, and use my special built-up luck over 4 years.
Oh yeah.
And I won, and I'm a billionaire now. No, actually, I didn't buy. I didn't.
I'm currently recording this from my private. Oh.
I didn't end up buying it, so I guess I'll just store that luck for another 4 years.
You'll have 8 years of luck.
I'll just distribute that luck throughout the rest of the year.
Oh, okay. You know, be careful how you spend your luck points. Don't spend them all on one thing.
Just don't spend it all on a single game of Catan.
Yeah. I mean, you could go to Vegas.
Yeah.
Use your 4 years of luck.
It's kind of far, though.
Yeah. You could go, I don't know, clover picking.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good use of
I guess
luck.
that also makes sense because St. Patrick's Day.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. I'm trying to think of other luck-based things. I don't know. Maybe go, I don't know, go play bingo or something.
Candyland.
Play Russian roulette.
High card draw.
Yeah, I don't know. There's many different things you could do with your 4 years of luck. But, what could I do with my 4 years of luck? I might have already spent them. I don't know. I feel like some oddly funny coincidences have happened so far within the past 4 years that couldn't have happened if it wasn't for.
Yeah. No, I'm feeling pretty lucky lately as well. Maybe it's also because it's Year of the Rat. Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah.
That explains things.
Mm-hmm.
It's always nice to look for explanations to random chance.
Yeah. Hope you use your luck wisely. So, last episode we talked about world-ending events, and, you know, the coronavirus is still the most prominent of the things we talked about. But, it's in a few places now.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is it's in... What was the new place? Oh, yes, it was in North Italy. But the issue is that they haven't exactly tried to, track down the origin. So they're not exactly sure who has it, for sure.
Ooh.
They know, the few people who originally had it. But,
That's
yeah.
bad.
Yeah. But the thing is that for some reason, I just know a lot of people who just so happen to be going to North Italy within the next 3 weeks.
What?
And there's already been a case of a school going on, a ski trip and coming back while the students had to be quarantined and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just the people you know, are they not cancelling their trips?
Doesn't seem like it. I mean, luckily they're not, they're not in the region, but it's still, just because they don't exactly know who has it.
Yeah.
Anything could happen. But, you know.
I would expect more from Italy to, actually try and contain that, but...
Well, they have done a decent job at containing it already. It's just because there's slight uncertainty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't. I'm not trying to. Yeah.
Trying to throw shade at Italy's.
Italy or
contagion,
just scare people, but because I give them credit. Yeah, and also it's quite hard to track down these things
mm-hmm.
because it's I was
I also saw somewhere that there's no reported cases in North Korea yet, which that seems questionable.
Yeah, though actually quite a weird thing is that Plague Inc. has been banned in China now, which is the game where you create a virus and have to try spread it.
Oh,
But I mean,
isn't that
it's
oh, that's like the tabletop one.
yeah, Pandemic is the tabletop one, which was made by the same people actually. Yeah.
No, I mean Pandemic. Pandemic is was a Flash game.
Oh yeah. It's a board game as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in any case, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I get it. I was thinking about the Flash game version.
Yeah.
And like, I get that that's not so funny when it's actually happening, but
yeah,
I don't know. It seems.
Or I don't think it's been banned, but I just think the developers have like withdrawn from publishing it in China just because. Yeah.
Well, they're probably not expecting to get a lot of sales there.
Yeah.
But it would also be just like China to ban it.
Yeah, of course. Knowing how China do things. It's just been like quite interesting seeing it unfold.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's probably going to be like Greenland, Switzerland, and North Korea are going to be the last.
And Madagascar, if that Flash game's taught me anything. Greenland and Madagascar.
Yeah, they're going to be like the last affected countries.
Switzerland, I don't think it can hold out against disease, because the disease doesn't care if you're neutral.
Yeah.
And if you're right in the middle of everyone and you have an open border, you're.
Well, they can make it a very close border incredibly quickly if they so wanted. But yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they would do that, and they would be like, it'll be like the Black Plague, and there'd be like, have the massive. Like Attack on Titan-esque walls.
The giant walls. Well,
someone will walk up and be like, "We're not infected," and they'll be like, "Screw you, get out of here."
Yeah, because I know they have like a couple, like every transit link and everything going into Switzerland is rigged with explosives. So anytime they could just shut off the entire country.
That just sounds like a misfire waiting to happen.
And a part of like your tax goes into your own personal bunker.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's a bunker that has its own like power generator, and there's offices and underground shopping stuff.
That's just good planning. It sounds like.
It's like I think it's the coal mines in Switzerland as well. Like in World War II, they rigged them up with explosives just in case the Nazis invaded.
Mm-hmm.
would just decimate all their natural resources. So I think, Switzerland, and also like they're pretty good for their health. But yeah, just because they do quite a bit of business.
Mm-hmm.
They do quite a bit of business. So they'll obviously, just because they're like neutral and military. Yeah,
they're still gonna have people coming and going and like spreading germs.
Because, they solve good business and whatever. But yeah, it's been
I don't think it'll get to that point. I don't.
No.
I don't imagine this will be a civilization-ending virus.
Yeah, I don't think this, because it's just like a fifth of people get it like really bad,
mm-hmm.
and then a fifth of that fifth get it super bad.
Yeah,
that just means the vulnerable are more vulnerable, which kind of sucks. But
but there have been a lot of cases of people that have recovered from it.
Right, yeah. It's just like it's just an abnormally strong flu virus.
Right. And
because,
I feel like it's being played up a little bit.
Yeah. Because for most people, they'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's just...
I mean, you wouldn't want to get it, but...
Yeah. I'm less worried about getting it. I'm more worried about spreading it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It's because, the most of the deaths are in older or like sick people who are like already have compromised immune systems.
Sure. Like, you wouldn't be too worried about getting it, but you don't want to like go visit your grandparents after getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be way more concerning if it was like they didn't know what was happening and like no one had been cured of it, you know?
Right, yeah.
Then we would be thinking I wonder if my country has a bunker for me.
Right. And I think the vaccine should be ready within the next like 18 months.
Yeah.
So Because it'll just be like it's basically just a very very aggressive version of the flu.
Mm-hmm. You get these. I mean, I guess I don't know that much about disease, but it seems like you get these every so often. Like I remember, like several years ago, it was like bird flu, you know, and then it was like pig flu or something.
Yeah, swine flu. Yeah,
Yeah.
which was I think bird flu was from. I know swine flu originated in Mexico, didn't it? Yeah, and then of course there were like, yeah, the Spanish flu as well, which was 100 years ago. That
Right. That was devastating though because it was 100 years ago.
right, yeah, but still, like it's the 1920s were not
Yeah, it's
fine
kind
to
of the
think.
same as like bubonic plague of like, yeah, it was devastating because it was like medieval
No
times
one knew how to deal with it.
and we didn't have antibiotics.
But yeah, using recent examples for it, like Ebola hit hard because it didn't like if it was in the developed world or it was just because it was mainly affecting third world countries,
Mm-hmm.
and like pre-industrial countries.
Yeah,
It wouldn't been
it was like less resources going to fixing it right away.
Though it was interesting, like what happened with the whole Ebola thing was because they thought they had sorted it out, but then it turns out there had been loads of people who had it, but they were scared to go to the doctors because they thought that they were the people spreading it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that was just because like in like because the few cases that were in like America and Europe, because like with Ebola, there's not much you can do, but they just make sure you have enough oxygen and water to keep on fighting, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can't get that many, it's just because it was very hard to get lots of resources across poor infrastructure.
Right. Yeah, and
But
if people
I
aren't,
feel like
if people have misinformation and aren't going to their doctor and stuff, like that's gonna be worse. But
it's gonna be a lot worse. Which is why they're like the BBC, because of the nature of it, they have to be very neutral and everything.
mm-hmm.
Well, they try to be.
They do their
but,
best.
Yeah, they've been straying slightly more left lately, but I guess that's just how things are.
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow,
That's just the UK, honestly.
like just on the whole, it's becoming slightly more liberal, and they normally try to oppose, or not oppose, but just it would be weird if they went, with how because of course they criticize how the current government is going because that's just how it works. But anyhow, that aside, they with like outbreaks and stuff, like there's no need to worry, it's all under control, and they give like the advice of like, like if you suspect any symptoms, call 111 or whatever, or 1011 101 the police. But I think it was Russell Howard, yeah, he did a bit on American news versus British news, and British news, when like especially with Ebola, they was like, don't worry, it's all under control, it should be fine. And then versus American news, which is like, you're going to die, hide your kids and everyone.
Yeah. I'm always trying to get my mom to like not watch the news because American news is just like,
it's like satiristic in a sense, but like it doesn't mean to be.
I guess it's just like fear mongering almost. It's just like panic inducing.
Well, it's just trying to get you to worry, so you watch the news more.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to look at all their lovely ads.
Yeah.
And whatever.
Yeah, I guess that probably is the structure of it. But
because the thing is like the news companies are like companies who are paid like advertisers and stuff, whereas the BBC is paid by the general public, so it doesn't even matter if it's that's why they don't show ads and stuff because it doesn't matter, it's already all being paid for, so they can't show any bias because it's not like their money in a sense.
Right.
But and
and I think
it's just quite interesting.
that is maybe a better system to an extent. At the very least, I think something should be done about the way that stuff is reported in America, because it's like it's also like every time there's a shooting or someone dies or something, it's like, I don't need to hear about it. Like, don't tell me all of the details.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like what is it, the pyramid when it comes to writing a newspaper article, because it was very important what got cut off. They would put the most important information and then the dribbly details. They didn't exactly do that over like as much on, because you have to worry as much on physical news about being cut off. So yeah,
mm-hmm.
because yeah, they will give the headlines, like they'll say, I don't know, plane crash. Why can't I think of things that would be in the news? But like, yeah, it's just the way. Yeah, like it's different how they prioritize information, because if you're watching the news, it's just assumed you're sitting there, and you don't need to quickly read through something, or it won't be adjusted or cut off. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just it's weird.
I mean, headlines are also kind of a problem though, because
Yeah, because
they're written to be misleading so much of the time.
Yeah, because we don't have it. The issue over here isn't the news as much. Even like the privately funded news, they try to be as like not, because they sometimes like they obviously are sometimes quite biased, but like they try to stay neutral as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just so they can get like the most like people watching it.
Well,
Yeah,
I feel like
but
if it should be that if you're a news organization or whatever, news company, that you're striving for being unbiased, because
right,
that's what
try to, yeah,
earns you respect from your readers or your consumers.
Yeah. You try to be unbiased, but of course, like, yeah, obviously it will come through, because that's how people work.
But
But
I feel like it's a lot of them aren't even trying anymore, because they've realized
yeah.
the average like person who's consuming news is not going like, oh, what's the most unbiased source, and then they choose that one and then they consume news from that one. It's like oh, what like is gonna make me angry and get me what agrees with what I already believe, and like I just feel like people aren't judging their sources based on bias as strongly, and therefore like a lot of sources don't even care about that anymore, because like I feel like being respectable used to be more important, but now it's just being that doesn't have as much of a factor on whether or not you're read and whether or not you get views. It's like people don't just view the respectable choice anymore. They review whatever. I think it's partially just because people have more access, you know?
Right.
If it's literally just newspapers and you have to pay for a newspaper,
right,
then you're gonna be like, okay, this one has a good reputation.
Yeah.
But if it's just articles on websites with advertisements next to them, you have free access to all of them, and you don't care about their reputation very much. So you just end up on whichever one gets you riled up the most.
Yeah, because that's what's happened with newspapers now. Just in general, is that because they're now websites instead of like the physical paper, they've been like just slightly showing more of their political bias.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just have you have the free choice to look at it now, instead of having to physically pay for something that you will keep for a bit. It's just interesting how the mass media has like changed over the years, just because of how accessible everything is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been, well, not exactly another month, but it's because the beginning of another month. Yeah.
Yeah, not much has changed resolution wise, because it hasn't really been that much time since last time.
Right. Yeah. Right. I mean, I have been thinking about it, and I think I have a lot of time where I'm just not doing anything, and I'm going to try to read more during that time instead of just, like, being on my phone or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, journey to school, that's like a 20-minute drive. Or sometimes even more. So I can just pull out my book then and read, and that's, like, quite a good time of reading.
Do you get motion sickness if you're reading in a car?
So I find it if I read for ages and then look up. But if I just completely zero in on the book, like if I'm in I don't wear headphones on the way to school, but when I'm traveling, I'll wear noise cancelling headphones.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's way easier just to completely zero in on the book and not worry about anything else. But yeah, it's slightly harder on the way to school. But yeah, if I look up too much, I do start to get motion sick.
I tend to get very motion sick recently if I'm trying to read something while in like a moving vehicle. I don't remember that being so much of an issue when I was younger, but I also, it's possible I just wasn't reading so much in cars when I was younger. But yeah, that would be a good time if that's not a problem for you, or if you can focus on it enough to where you don't feel those effects.
Right, yeah. Because I do find it, like, if I'm on my computer and, like, I'm playing a game that's either, like, very low FPS or, like, there's a disconnect, I feel like I find I get very, very, like, I get quite bad headaches very quickly. But, yeah, I just don't get the reading or looking at my phone, which is weird. I think I get it more with my phone, but I think that's just, like, reading, I guess, you don't realise that you do a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I would look up quite a bit from my phone to see what's going on around me.
Yeah, I'm like often getting that sick feeling. I know that it's a problem, so I don't usually even try to read like an actual book.
Right.
But a lot of times I'll get it just on Discord, just trying to like talk to someone, and I'm like, oh, I need to just not do this until I get where I'm going.
Yeah, yeah. I just find, yeah, I have to, like, completely focus in on the thing I'm doing if I'm doing anything. Because, yeah, as soon as I look up, it all hits me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm not I used to be very, very motion sick when I was a kid. Yeah. Because I've been on a boat a few times, and I didn't get seasick or anything. Or, like, motion sick then. Even though that's probably, like, the worst time for that to happen. Like, that's pretty bad, because that's... Not only are you moving, but you are also kind of swaying.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It's
I'm trying to think. Like,
but
I don't remember ever feeling like seasick, but I haven't been on a boat that many times, so it's hard for me to like fully remember.
Right. And I definitely don't feel seasick when I'm like the one, like if I'm canoeing or like a couple times I've been canoeing or kayaking.
Right. But I think those things might be...
Because you're actively in control of the movement then.
Yeah. I think those things might be related, but not necessarily
Yeah.
the same for everyone all the time.
And I've done VR before and I didn't get motion sick then.
Yeah, same. I feel okay with...
But, yeah, to be fair, I did play a game where it was... when was it? It was a bit ago. But, like, you were completely in control of your movements and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There was a weird point where, because because I know there's stuff that, like, like I've had this complaint with like Skyrim VR, because of course Skyrim opens with the horse and cart segment thing, so you start up moving the direction you're not looking, and you have no control over it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like as soon as the game begins. So yeah.
Yeah, I think most of the VR stuff I've done, it's like you're physically walking around in the zone, or if you're going further, then you have to like point and teleport.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've done any where it's just the camera is moving even though you're standing still, and that I think is what I've heard is the most nauseating.
Yeah.
So I can't say on that or not.
But yeah, I've been able to make good progress with reading more, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm obviously it hasn't been long. I'm still reading The Two Towers.
Right.
I'm just a little bit past Helm's Deep for people who know the story. Yeah, but I'm gonna try and read that some more. I guess it might be good to talk about the other resolutions, which I probably should have re-listened to that episode because I can't really remember. I know we talked about maybe gaining some weight for both of us.
Oh yeah, we're both quite underweight.
Yeah.
I remember we mentioned that.
I feel like I've been eating a bit more, so that's probably a good step. But try not to like accidentally skip meals, which I have done in the past. But I yeah, I don't know if I've actually gained any weight or not.
Yeah. I mean, I've been eating as much as I normally do. I think actually the solution might be to do less exercise. Because I'm very like I'm already quite active just during the day and stuff. So I wonder if I toned that back slightly, if that would actually like change anything.
I mean, maybe, or
But
maybe you should start drinking like protein shakes or something. And then when you do
like
your
a glass of
exercise,
milk before bed, or like
you just get really buff.
maybe, like just eat loads of like what's like super high in protein. I guess nuts are actually quite high in protein.
Eggs, I think.
Egg. Oh yeah, I think actually I probably could get more egg in my diet, to be honest. Fish is pretty good for that type of thing. But yeah, just depends. But yeah.
Yeah, this is not a nutrition show. I know, like,
No.
almost nothing. What is a calorie?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I just know I need to eat, have 2,500 a day.
I guess.
Yeah, 2,500.
I've never tried to track that, but
Yeah, me neither.
But maybe that's something that would develop. Who knows?
Yeah, but the thing is that people normally track when they want to reduce.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, we're probably wanting to increase, so it turns into.
It just feels like most of the resources out there are about losing weight, and it's.
Yeah, well, we're wanting quite a different thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
My stomach is making noises. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably a sign we should finish recording soon, and I should go eat something.
Maybe. But oh yeah. It's early o'clock for you. Well, not early o'clock, but you know. But
But for me personally, who was sleeping in, it's early o'clock.
Yes. Now, yeah. What? Do I have anything other resolutions?
I know I talked about starting a new podcast, which I've not put any work into yet this year, but I know I have something in mind, and I just gotta get on it.
Yeah, I haven't had the time or like resources to focus on my personal projects, which I remember I did mention about.
Mm-hmm.
Because schoolwork has suddenly gone up a bit, so it's just been harder to have time to do stuff. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like if I can at least attempt to do one thing by the end of this year, like an actual published, finished idea.
Right.
Yeah.
That'd be a good.
Because I said I wanted to, because I think this year might be the year. Well, if everything goes according to plan, I should be able to get my new setup ready by this year. By the end of this year. So I should like have the stuff to actually do. Like I'll have the equipment to do things.
Like a live stream or something.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't think it's exactly a streaming setup, but I could. I'll because I'm just gonna test stuff for a bit before trying anything. But yeah. And actually have a powerful enough PC to like process video and stuff, so I can use an editing software and whatnot.
Oh yeah, just like a Let's Play or whatever. Put something up on
even like a short video, whatever thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just anything that could like and yeah, hopefully it'll all go according to plan, so I can actually put stuff on the YouTube channel I've had for 5 years.
The Wobbles channel.
6 years. Yeah, but yeah, it'll be it'll be interesting to see. Anything else? Any video game things you want to add?
Yeah, I guess so. I haven't been playing too many video games lately.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have some that I might play in between now and next episode. I don't know. We'll see. But weirdly, I found myself actually getting into a couple of esports lately. Or I guess you would call them esports. In February, I watched the Magic World Championship.
Yeah.
PVDDR won that. It was great.
Right. Yeah.
And in March, I'm paying attention to the Age of Empires 2 Hidden Cup 3 tournament. For anyone who knows what those things are.
Right.
which is, you know, I've never been too much of like a watching sports type person, but I've not been like anti sports, if that makes sense. Like I feel like a lot of like nerdier people will just be like, no, sports bad, without giving it too much thought.
Right, yeah.
But
yeah. I mean, definitely on my like I don't like pay attention to sports leagues, but I do quite enjoy sport and like the stuff behind it. And I've kind of been similar. I've been not like I've been quite bad at it, but I have been trying my best to keep track of the Overwatch League.
Yeah.
And yeah, which is the like main esports tournament for Overwatch. So I've kind of become a sports person, like checking my phone every so often for the scores or yeah. It's been interesting watching. Yeah,
it's weird. You catch yourself like looking at brackets and
right.
talking about the scores and the different players and their strengths, and then you're just like, wait a second.
This is like what all the other people do. They talk about football.
Yeah.
Or association football. But yeah, because what Super Bowl recently? I don't pay attention to that anymore.
There's basketball in March. But who cares about the March Madness bracket when you've got the Age of Empires bracket?
Yeah. Or I don't know. Raid Shadow Legends is inevitably probably going to become an esports. But that would be one hell of an advertising thing. Anyhow, sorry, no, they don't do paid advertisements, don't they? Oh, I guess we talked about mobile games a bit. I've decided just to, I've been going through my phone and got rid of the games that were like just somehow eating up lots of like my stuff and battery life. Just doing stuff in the background. Well, yeah, just purging it. No, but yeah, it's been good.
Are you gonna give up your mobile data for Lent? Oh, you've died.
Alright, I've undied. Give up. No, I think I'm gonna go on my mobile data, but I have been a lot more aware of it, and opting to text people using the default messenger instead of like if I let someone know something, I will do it over the default messenger app rather than WhatsApp. But yeah, no, because that's been pretty effective.
Is that why you don't talk to me on Discord anymore?
Yeah, because I don't have your number. No, but like actually, yeah. Actually, Discord doesn't take that up that much anyway. So I don't even have an excuse there. But anyhow, yeah.
So should we tell them what the next episode's gonna be, so people aren't just guessing?
I mean, yeah, it'd be quite nice. Yeah, sure. So of course it's gonna be an episode ending in 0. So next episode will be a live episode.
Oh, have we decided that?
Have we? Yeah, I mean,
I just, yeah, I know we talked about that being maybe a thing.
Maybe a thing.
But
yeah, I mean,
I guess I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite fun last time.
I just don't know. I mean, no, I feel like I can blow off any Easter plans. I don't think.
No?
I don't think my family's doing.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I don't.
So, well, yeah, obviously with the Easter episode, that's
Yeah, that would be the next one.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be on Easter. We could do it just before and then release the actual thing on the day. But and
it just, yeah, that's true. We could do that.
Yeah. That could work. I don't know.
That could work. Yeah. Okay. Well, the next episode is Easter, and
Easter. Yeah.
Since it is episode 20, and episode 10 was the live episode, we'll be doing another live episode, and join the Discord to get the details of when it will be recorded.
Yep.
Because it'll be recorded live, but it will
be published, not live.
Probably not be published until Easter.
Yes, but yeah, be good to have another live episode. It was quite fun last time.
Yeah, bit of change of pace.
Yeah.
Less editing to an extent. We should probably prepare though, you know?
Yeah. Slightly, I think. Well, we were quite prepared last time, but I mean, yeah, we could prepare again. Yeah, probably put a bit more preparance into our normal episodes.
Well, that's the trade-off with the live episode. It's less editing because you want it to sound just like it did when it was live, but it's also
more prep.
We hopefully have the topics and things prepared a bit more, so we don't just sit there and stare at each other for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and just fumble through half sentences until we.
I say stare at each other, but I looked right at my mic. I was like, that's where Wobbles lives.
Yeah, help me. He doesn't feed me.
And I was making fun of myself for looking at my mic, but I was gesturing with my hands when I said I looked at my mic. Like, this is an audio medium. It turns out.
Yes.
19 episodes in, I'm just figuring that out. You mean I didn't have to get dressed up for each one of these?
And like whenever Scar makes like a comment, he like looks over into a random corner of the room.
Mm-hmm. I'm just like making
as if there was like a camera,
making a face, wiggling my eyebrows, just every.
So then, who is the person in my house with a camera then?
Yeah, who's this guy? I thought you hired him.
No, I thought he was with you. But yeah, and yeah, it'll be good to see you guys on then. Yeah.
Oh, I think
that's everything.
I think that does it.
Yeah.
Stop.
See you around, Minters.